Anytime you hear the word cancer, you seem to maybe think of the worst.
They had told me that there was a tumor inside my colon, and I had to wait 2 days before I found out whether or not it was cancer. I had told my group to pray for me, and so they were waiting on those results on that day. After we did find out that it was indeed cancer, I called and told, one person.
Our whole group's reaction when we first heard about Jennifer was just, we were shocked that someone our age could be diagnosed with such a serious disease.
In my mind, I'm thinking, how am I going to do this? Am I going to be able to still do my daily responsibilities? How do I keep the house clean? And how do I, cook dinner, and take care of 3 kids?
We, were immediately beginning to think of ways that we could help her family.
I didn't really have any expectations. I didn't, think, oh, well, my group will come to my aid. I had no idea the type of response that it would bring.
As Jennifer was going to her treatments, Monday through Friday, she had to do something with the children, and there were people that were there. They showed up and said, we've got your kids for the next hour.
We would go out to check the mail and, trip over a huge box of diapers. Or we would go out and have just paper plates and napkins. We probably didn't have to go to the store for weeks.
One day I remember coming home and I'm like, what is that noise outside? And there were 3 guys outside mowing our yard. It's things like that. People just showed up to help.
They sent out an email saying that they were going to collect money for bracelets if anyone would want to wear a bracelet. That said the Anderson family.
The proceeds that we made, we just gave it to Jeff and Jennifer. We had raised close to $1,200.
They took my husband and I out to dinner and just presented us with this, enormous check.
There were families that very generously paid for Jeff and Jennifer's parking at the hospital for a year.
Everyone was there, and people that hadn't been in the class very long were knocking at the door saying, how can we help?
The group just really wrapped their arms around Jeff and Jennifer during this entire process. People wanted to be there to help.
I definitely learned a lot about caring for others during this time. Instead of just asking, hey, I want to help you, let me know if you need anything, I learned just to do it. You don't necessarily have to wait for an invitation.
It was incredible. For the first time in my life, I saw what the body of Christ was all about.
Words can't even describe how I felt during this because of all that my group had done. This time it was our family and what our family needed. But whenever a group cares for other people, it just cements the bond.